They called it logistics. Judy called it managing thousands of tons of trucks, cargo, and people moving across America every single day. For 22 years, Judy Miller was the invisible force keeping Arcadia Freight Systems running. Most customers never knew her name, but if they bought groceries, electronics, medicine, or emergency supplies, there was a good chance Judy had helped make sure those products arrived on time. Her official title was Contract Renewal Specialist, but everyone who mattered knew she was much more than that. She knew every vendor, every union representative, every port manager, and every emergency solution when something went wrong. Judy did not have a fancy office. She worked in a small cubicle filled with paperwork, coffee cups, shipping records, and handwritten notes. To outsiders, it looked messy. To Judy, it was the control center of an empire. She could predict supply problems before anyone else noticed them. She knew which trucking companies could be trusted and which ones needed to be watched carefully. For years, the founder of Arcadia, Walter Henderson, respected her skills. They were not friends, but they understood each other. Judy kept the company moving, and Walter made sure she had the authority she needed. Everything changed when Walter retired and handed control of the company to his son, Travis Henderson. Travis was young, wealthy, and full of confidence. He had an expensive education, expensive suits, and many ideas about modernizing the company. Unfortunately, he had almost no understanding of how the business actually worked. In his first weeks as CEO, Travis made many changes. He replaced experienced workers with cheaper services, focused on appearances instead of operations, and surrounded himself with people who agreed with him. One of those people was Crystal, a woman with a vague executive title who seemed more interested in company image and office culture than actually moving freight. Judy stayed quiet. She had survived recessions, a pandemic, and even a cyber attack that forced her to manage deliveries using old-fashioned methods. She believed she could survive Travis too, but Travis did not like her. To him, Judy represented the old way of doing business. She used phone calls instead of messaging apps. She trusted relationships more than software. She believed that when a problem appeared, you solved it immediately. One Tuesday, Judy was negotiating a major 5-year contract with the Gulf Coast Shipping Union. The deal would make the company millions of dollars. While she was in the middle of the important phone call, Travis walked by with Crystal. "Judy," he said, "we need to talk about your desk. It's too cluttered. It looks bad for investors." Judy covered her phone and looked at him. "I'm negotiating the Gulf Coast contract right now," she said. "If I stop and organize my desk, you might lose millions of dollars." Travis smiled like she was an old woman who did not understand technology. "We have software for that now," he said. "Put everything online. It's not the past anymore." Then he walked away. Judy finished the negotiation and successfully saved the contract. The company earned millions because of her work. She did not receive a thank you. Instead, she received an email from Human Resources reminding her to follow the clean desk policy. That was when Judy started realizing that Travis valued appearances more than the people who kept the company alive. The final insult came during the busy season of the year. An email arrived announcing Travis's birthday celebration at the Henderson family estate. The event was described as mandatory for all senior employees. The problem was that the party was scheduled on a critical weekend when Judy needed to supervise a temperature-sensitive pharmaceutical shipment. She politely replied that she could not attend because the shipment required her attention. She wished Travis a happy birthday and thought the matter was finished. She was wrong. The next morning, the atmosphere in the office felt strange. People avoided looking at her. The phones were unusually quiet. Judy sat at her computer and entered her password. Access denied. She tried again. Access denied. Before she could call the IT department, she heard footsteps approaching. Travis arrived with Crystal and 2 security guards. "What's going on?" Judy asked. "We're making some changes," Travis said calmly. "The company is moving toward a more agile leadership structure." Then he told her the truth. She was being fired. according to Travis. Her refusal to participate in company culture showed that she was not a team player. Judy looked directly at him. "You're firing me because I chose to work instead of attending your birthday party." "It's about culture fit," Crystal answered. Judy remained calm. "I manage contracts with thousands of vendors," she said. "I am the person these companies trust. When I leave, those relationships don't automatically transfer to someone else." Travis laughed. "Everyone is replaceable." "Judy, that's basic business." Judy picked up the picture of her dog Buster, took her purse, removed her employee badge, and placed it in Travis's hand. "Good luck," she said. She walked away without arguing. As the elevator doors closed, she looked at her watch. It was 9:14 in the morning. By 9:45, Arcadia Freight Systems would begin learning a lesson Travis had never understood. Judy was not just an employee. She was the foundation holding the entire system together.